Okay, for today, let's review. Let's review the rules, how to write the rule of all four transformations. Okay. Now, for each of the rules, you have two spaces at the bottom, right? So number 21, let me write two spaces. And then number 22, right? You have two spaces at the bottom of each of these. So first, we have to find out what is it. Okay, now in this one, could it be reflection? Could it? Well, let's see. How am I gonna know if it's reflection? I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys it is not reflection, but let me see what if I thought it was reflection. Look at the G's, G and G prime. Find the point in the middle. Look at my point F, F and F prime. Find the point in the middle. Look at my E and E prime. I'm gonna find the point in the middle. And same thing with H and H prime. Find the point in the middle. If it was reflection, my points will be as the line. We call it collinear. So that means I can make a line that goes through all of them. If it was reflection, it is not. Okay. So not reflection. Could it be translation? Let me follow a point. So I'm going to follow point G. It looks like I go down two and then I go to the left two. So down two and then left two. Follow point H. Is that what you do? Down two, left two, point E and point F. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I do. So that is translation. So my first thing, I'm going to choose translation. So, and I know scroll down. So I'm going to choose, it says translation. And then it says XY becomes, okay. Now for translation, remember I have to open and close my parentheses. So I'm just going to open. Don't forget to close at the end. So first, sideways. I'm moving two to the left, right? So X minus two, comma. Don't forget a space. I'm going to emphasize there's a space, just one space. Up or down? I go down two, right? So Y minus two. That's it. Not bad. Take a look at question number 22. Originally, it's the black pictured, and then we finished with the blue pictured. It seems like the picture got bigger. Remember, bigger or smaller is dilation. So I know the first part. Dilation of. Need to find my scale factor because my image got bigger. I expect my scale factor to be more than one. Okay, so I just need to follow a point. I want to look at F and F prime. Coordinates of F are negative 1, 2. Coordinates of F prime are negative 2, 4. So either use the X values or use the Y values. It doesn't matter which one. For me to find my scale factor, I'm going to divide my numbers, either the X values or the Y values, starting from the one from the prime. So I'm either going to go negative 2 divided by negative 1. If you're going to do this, make sure you write negative 1, not minus 1. Some calculators have a different point, different key between the negative and the minus. Make sure you type it in properly. Or we can just go 4 divided by 2 if we use the Y values. Whether you go negative 2 divided by negative 1 or you go 4 divided by 2, whichever one you choose, your scale factor is going to be 2. It's going to be dilation of 2. I did expect my scale factor to be more than 1 because my image got bigger. How about number 23? Let's see. Could this be reflection? Intentionally. It is not reflection, but intentionally, let me choose reflection just to see. Between the D's, I see there's a point. That doesn't work. Oh, that's there. Between the E's, oh man, my point is like somewhere over here. Between the F's is like somewhere over here. Between the C's is like, it's not in a line. So it is not reflection. Like I said, reflection, my midpoints make a line. They're collinear. I'm gonna think rotation. Okay, so for rotation, let me share this right here. Let me see if this is rotation. What I do is that I wanna, my case, I'm gonna draw my ending point. So I'm gonna do this right there. I'm gonna mark my ending point, and I'm gonna rotate my picture. I want the black one to finish on the red. So see, I'm gonna go move this over. Um, right there. I'm gonna move this over. I'm gonna rotate this. Ah, let me zoom out. Okay, so let me do this again. Here are my points. And actually this time I'm not just drawing the points, but I'm actually gonna draw the line segments as well. I'm gonna draw these so I can see the image. And then my intention is that I'm gonna graph this and I'm gonna rotate it. Why is this thing not letting me? Okay, there. I'm gonna be able to rotate this. So let me clear this out again. Third time's the lucky charm. I know the blue is the ending point, so now I'm gonna graph this. Should work now. I'm gonna be rotating it. I want the black one to finish on the red, so eventually I want it to finish right there. But let me see. Let me see my initial point. We're starting from right there. Now, I noticed that there's rotation, right? Because you notice that when I rotate this, the black is gonna eventually finish where the red is. So that is rotation. Now I need to figure how many degrees. Now, if I want to go clockwise, let me count my spaces clockwise. I go 90 degrees. No. 90 more, so that's 180. No, not yet. 90 more, so that's 270. Yes. So it's rotation 270 clockwise. So let me come back to our notes here. On my first thing, I'm just gonna choose rotation because remember I just noticed that it was rotation. I'm gonna scroll down to rotation, and then on my second space, I said 270 clockwise. Now, some of you might say, well, if I would have gone counterclockwise, it's 90 degrees. It's faster. So you could have said 90 counterclockwise. Which one do you choose? 270 clockwise or 90 counterclockwise? It doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Finally, let's take a look at number 24. I'm going to say this is reflection now. Let's see. Look at my A and my A prime. The point in the middle is there. Looking at my C, C and C prime, point in the middle is there. Same point. How about B? B and B prime, point in the middle is right there. Yep, I can make a line that goes through the points. So that's the mirror line. So it is going to be reflection. But the y-axis, I see the y-axis. Another name that the y-axis has is the line x equals 0. No, so this mirror line, I'm going to call it x equals 1 because it's to the right of the y-axis. If it was to the left, I would have called it minus 1. So for my homework, the first thing I'm going to choose reflection across. And then for the second space, I'm going to type in x equals 1. That's the mirror line. If you have any questions, please, please do reach out to me.